Everyone loves a good overnight success story, but nobody ever shows you the footage from the night before. We need to talk about what's actually hiding behind those polished, "I made $10,000 in my first month" thumbnails you keep scrolling past at 2 in the morning. The side hustle coaching industry is now worth over $40 billion, and that number is not slowing down anytime soon. When you zoom out, you start to realize that the product was never the course, you were always the product. Here's the mechanism nobody explains. Most of these coaches built their audience during a specific, unrepeatable window. Think 2019, maybe early 2020, when organic reach was essentially free and competition was thin. By the time they're selling you the playbook, the market conditions that made the playbook work have already expired. Like selling someone a map to a city that burned down last Tuesday. The pitch is always framed around freedom, but the fine print is written in exhaustion. These coaches didn't escape the grind, they just rebranded it with better lighting and a ring light from Amazon. There's a psychological sleight of hand happening every time you see a screenshot of a striped dashboard. Our brains are wired to anchor on the win and completely ignore the graveyard of attempts that preceded it, what behavioral economists call survivorship bias, and what the rest of us call a highlight reel pretending to be a documentary. Consider that for every coach selling a dropshipping course, there are roughly thousands of students who tried the exact same strategy and quietly returned to their day jobs without making a YouTube video about it. The ones who failed don't have a financial incentive to tell you they failed, but the one who barely succeeded absolutely does. History rhymes here in a way that should make you uncomfortable. We saw this same pattern with MLM schemes in the 90s, get-rich-quick infomercials in the early 2000s, and crypto educators in 2017. Each cycle produces a new aesthetic and a new vocabulary. But the underlying math where a small group profits from selling hope to a large group has never once changed. The irony is almost poetic. The side hustle itself that actually worked was teaching people how to build a side hustle. You weren't buying a business model, you were funding someone else's. Now, to be fair, not every coach is a cynical grifter, and that's important to hold on to. Some of them genuinely did the work, found something real, and are sharing it honestly, but even the honest ones often can't fully account for the privilege, timing, existing networks, or sheer luck that contributed to their outcome. The practical takeaway isn't to become paralyzed by cynicism, it's to become a better auditor of the story being sold to you. Before you buy anything, ask the coach 3 questions. How long did this actually take? What did you try before this worked? And what percentage of your students have replicated your results? If you do want to pursue a side hustle, the boring advice is also the correct advice. Start with skills you already own. Keep your overhead at 0 for as long as humanly possible, and treat your first 90 days as pure research, not income. Discipline and process will outlast any trending strategy every single time. Size your risk like someone who wants to still be in the game in 5 years, not like someone trying to retire by Q3. The coaches never talk about position sizing because patience doesn't convert well on a sales page. At the end of the day, the overnight success story is a compression artifact it takes, a messy, non-linear, often humbling reality and renders it into a clean 3-minute narrative that your brain finds irresistible. Your job is to uncompress it, demand the raw file, and build something real on your own timeline with your own variables. The goal was never to copy someone else's story. It was always to write your own with honest inputs and realistic expectations. And the people who actually build lasting income don't look like influencers. They look like patient, slightly boring, consistently executing humans who never once went viral. Whether you're thinking about real estate investing, need contracting work done, or are looking to connect with the right lenders to get moving, check out our links in the description below and let's get you started the right way.